along as I take part in the A to Z of Christmas craft collaboration hosted by the lovely Rachel at Rach and Bella Crafts. And we'll make these adorable, super simple Christmas ornaments today. Hello, my name is Emily. Welcome back to Junk Journal Inspirations. So it's finally my turn. I'm so excited. This is my video for the A to Z of Christmas craft collaboration that has been hosted by the lovely Rachel at Rach and Bella Crafts. It's been going on all month and it's finally my turn and I'm so excited. So, my prompt is 5 golden rings. So I had a little bit of a struggle trying to determine what to do because I was in the mindset of it needing to be junk journal related or paper or flat. My brain was thinking, you know, all of the things I could do that were flat. They could go into a journal or whatever. And then I was just scrolling through Pinterest because I couldn't, you know, I wasn't coming up with anything fabulous. And I saw some Christmas ornaments made with large jump rings. So I have taken that idea and I've sort of changed it a bit and made it my own. And now I'm going to share it with you. So we are going to make these adorable little Christmas ornaments, or you can use them as jewelry for your junk journal, or, you know, on a tassel or just hanging off the spine. I think they would be adorable, but they're super easy, super quick. You can make them as complicated or as simple as you want. And I think they would just be really pretty hanging on a Christmas tree or, you know, like I said, on the spine of a journal. All right, so just a little bit of information before I show you how I made these. The collaboration, like I said, has been going on all month. I think there were 33 or 34 YouTube creators that have been a part of it. So there's been at least one video every day this month, and some days there have been double videos. So you can find all of the links to all of the channels that participated or will be participating still in the collaboration in the description box below. Please, please go and check them out. They are fabulous, fabulous creators. There are some new channels that maybe you've never heard of before. And then there are some fabulous, you know, the names we know, like Tracie Fox and Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And so check out the list of participants. Also, Rachel is having a giveaway at the end of this where she is going to give away an entire Christmas journal that she has put together using the techniques that the creators in the collaboration have been sharing. So you can enter to win that by going to Rachel's channel. Make sure that you watch her video. I think it was her introduction video where she talked about it. And you can get all the information there. But I know one of the requirements is that you have to comment on all of the collaboration videos to be entered. So make sure you comment on my video so you don't miss out. Also, I am having a giveaway. Yay! Rachel has created a limited edition exclusive kit, digital printable kit for one lucky winner on my channel. Woohoo! It is beautiful. I can't share it with you because it's a surprise, but it's beautiful. If you know Rachel's work, you know that her digitals are very pretty. So I will be running that giveaway through December 4th, and I will draw on December 5th. So in order to enter my giveaway, you need to like and subscribe on this video and also comment. And I want to know your favorite holiday tradition. It does not have to be Christmas. It does not even have to be a winter holiday. It can be any holiday that you celebrate. Just let me know what your favorite holiday tradition is in the comments below, and then you will be entered. I will do a random, you know, the random YouTube picker for that giveaway. And like I said, I will draw that on December 5th, and the video should go up that day. So make sure you hit the bell as well, next to the subscribe button, so that you don't miss out when I do the giveaway video, because there will be, you know, you will have a certain amount of time to contact me, or I'll have to redraw. And then also a lot of the other participants are doing giveaways or have freebies. So you'll want to definitely check out all of the other videos. And you can find all of that in the description box below. I think I covered everything. I think I did. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So like I said, these are super simple and quick, and I think they are just adorable. I've added little jingle bells to mine, but we have 5 large rings here, and then just some fun little you know, little doodads and charms and such. This one I made a tad simpler. Is that a word? I think so. It has the bow and a little bead dangle, and then again with the 5 rings, and then a little charm, and I put the jingle bell at the bottom of this one. I just love jingle bells. All right, so what I used is this pack of let's see, they are 18 karat gold plated, 15 millimeter heavy gauge round jump rings. They are from Hobby Lobby. I got them 50% off, so not a big, you know, money commitment. Plus you get 20 of them, so you can make 4 ornaments, or, you know, danglies for your spine. I couldn't think of the word. I can't think of the word, out of just 1 pack. So for $2, you know, you've got a bunch of ornaments. So that's what I'm using. So I've got everything here in my tin. I've got a little jingle bell and my jump rings, and then some other little bits and pieces. So these were the beads that I used, that I'm using like on the connectors, you know, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to sit those out because we'll need those right away. I also have smaller jump rings, as you know, to use as connectors. Let me see, let me find a ruler and I'll let you know what size these are, but it doesn't really matter. Use what you have. This is just what I happen to have. The only thing I bought for this was this pack, because I didn't have any jump rings big enough for what I wanted to do. So these are about 7, I would say about 7 millimeters, but it really doesn't matter. Just use whatever you have. And then let's see, I think I'm going to use this little guy instead of a charm this time. So we'll get all this out, and then it's just a matter of opening and closing jump rings and adding, you know, adding whatever you want to that. So I use 2 pairs of pliers. This one just happens to be like, you know, a needle, I guess, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, they're rounded. And then these are more of a flat, but it doesn't, you know, again, just use what you have. So the biggest thing I would tell you about working with jump rings, if you don't already know this, you don't want to pull them straight apart. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to do that to open them. You want to take them and put your pliers on either side of the opening where the jump ring is closed. You can usually see it, and you want to take it, and you want to take your pliers, you want to move one hand forward and one hand backward. So I usually do it like this. Okay. Now you only ever want to use that motion. So when we close it, we're going to do the opposite motion to close it. Okay. I'm going to open all these up, and then I will come back and we will put them together. Okay, so I showed you how to open a jump ring on one of the large ones just because it's easier to see, but you don't really need to open those. They can just, you know, don't worry about opening those up because you don't need to. Just open your small ones. Okay, so I have them all opened up, as you can see, and then it's just a matter of putting everything together. So I just take one of the large rings and add one of the small jump rings. Okay, so we've got it like this, And then I'm going to add one of my beads and a second large ring. Okay. And then, whoops. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not impossible. It's a bit fiddly for my hands. But anyway, so this is what you have on your small jump ring. You have 2 of the rings and 1 of the beads. And then we can close this one up. If I can get it to, yeah, there we go. Okay. My hands just don't want to do this. Okay. So then we can close this up, and you can use both of your pliers, or sometimes I'll just use the plier on one side and my hand, you know, my fingers on the other, because they're usually pretty pliable. Okay, so there's what we have after the first connection, and we're just going to keep doing that. So we'll go on to the next one. So we'll add our small jump ring. And a bead. I guess you don't really need to do it in this order because they're just gonna kind of flop around anyway, but that's fine. And then just grab your pliers and make sure you're just moving in that same motion you used to open them, but just in reverse. There we go. So there's 3. So I asked you to put in the comments your favorite holiday tradition. So my favorite holiday is Christmas, by far. It's not even there's not even a contest. My grandpa, who passed away in 2009, was my favorite person on the planet. And his favorite holiday was Christmas. So, I mean, Christmas was it, man. It was like he lived for Christmas time, the decorating, and he had so many lights on his Christmas tree every year. And I still have yet to manage to light a Christmas tree as well as my grandpa. But I try every year. So I love the decorating. We always decorate on the weekend after Thanksgiving. So as you're watching this, I am probably decorating. And I kind of go nuts. So I pull everything off of my shelves, all of my knickknacks, go in boxes, and then all of the Christmas stuff comes out, and it's a production, but I love it. And then we leave everything up until usually the weekend around New Year's. When the kids were little, we would always get everything put away before Nick's birthday, because his birthday is on New Year's Eve. But now that he's grown, it's not as, I don't think he cares as much. I just always wanted to try and separate his birthday from Christmas. And that was, one of the ways I tried to do that. And so we leave everything up until whatever weekend is closest to New Year's. And I just love all the lights and all the ornaments, and just sitting in a room with the lights off and the Christmas tree lights on, and it just makes me so happy. Yeah, I just absolutely love this time of year. And as soon as I can, I start working on Christmassy stuff. So I pulled out some just gold seed beads here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Probably make a little bead dangle, like I did one on the bottom of this one, and I think I like it on the bottom better. So, all right, so after you have your 5 rings connected, and you can add more than beads to your connectors if you want. You could add charms to the large rings. I mean, you can go nuts with this. But what I'm going to do now is I have oh, what are these called? Jewelry pin. It's got the flat bit on the end, and then you can add beads to this part. So I think we'll just do a little red and gold, a little thing here. So I think I'll do one red bead, whoops, and then 2 of the small gold beads, and I'll show you here in a second once I get that on. Okay, and then we'll do another red. Just kind of want it to be symmetrical. It doesn't, there's not really any, I'm not a jewelry maker, by the way. Probably should have said that in the beginning. So I'm sure that those of you that make jewelry are probably cringing at the way I do things, but I do the best I can. So let's see, do we want to do another, we could do another repeat of that. Let's see if that's too much. So yeah, Christmas to me is just a time to kind of, I don't know, I like the ability to just go crazy, right? So like the journals that I'm making are just full of everything Christmassy. There's not really, you know, I don't worry about everything being perfect, if that is the right way to say that. I just like the excess, the ruffles, and the just anything and everything. All right, so once you have your bead dangle the way that you want it, we just need to take care of this bit here now. So I usually will cut it down a bit, and I'll just use my my cutting pliers. That's what I call them. I'm probably not going to take off too much because I want enough to curl, but we'll just take off a little bit. So we don't need all of that. And then that's where my round pliers come in. So this is how I do this. So here's what you have. Whoops, I don't want to drop it. All right, so you have your beads, and then you have, you know, the bit left over here at the top, right? So what you want to do is take your pliers, okay? First we want to just bend this at 90 degrees, at right where the bead is mostly. Sometimes you have to just move it a bit and get it where you want it. Sometimes it's easier than others, but I just kind of work with it until I have it where I want it. So it's sort of 90 degrees, it's close. And then what you do is take your pliers that's as close to the tip as you can and grab onto the very, very end, okay? And you're just gonna twirl, and you're gonna do one kind of rotation at a time. So once you get to this point here, I'm gonna remove our pliers, and I'm flipping them in my hand. So they ended up like this, and I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna turn it back normal, right? I'm gonna put my tip of my pliers back into that loop. Whoops, not that way. No, I guess, yeah, no, that way. And then I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna make another turn until I can't go anymore, right? Because my pliers in the way. And then we just take it out and we do it again. And just do that until you are as close to the bead as you can get. So let me just tighten it up a minute and then I'll show you. Okay, and then once you have your little loop, you can kind of move it a little bit if it's not exactly where you want it. So you can kind of straighten it up so it's in line with your beads, just like that. Okay, and then I had this in my stash. I think it probably came off of a piece of jewelry. I had a few of them. So they're jump rings, but they're pretty. They have like a texture to them and they're oval shaped. So same thing we did before. We just want to open it up enough that we can add our pieces. So I want to add my bead dangle on there. And then I'm also going to add this little guy, I think. I'm not 100% sure. No, he's going to go on up top. All right, so I'm just going to add the bead dangle and my jingle bell down here. Okay, so we have this. And then that is just going to attach to the bottom ring. And then I'm just going to close that up. Okay. Oops. All right, so there's what we have so far. Oops, I'm just trying to get my beads in the front, but it's not wanting to do that. All right. Okay, so here's what we have so far. We have our 5 rings and our little dangle at the bottom. And then what I'm gonna do is I have a bulb pin, garment pin, loop pin, whatever you call these things. This is going to go up top. Now I'm going to make a bow with some ribbon and attach that as well. But for now, I'm just going to add my bulb pin to the top here. And I'm going to add this little guy. I want to see what that looks like. Okay. And now we can make a bow. I just have some, I don't know where this came from, probably Joanne. So it's just some sheer ribbon with some sparkly gold. Had a bit of some technical issues. Luckily, I was able to save most of the video. Oh my goodness. I have been struggling with technology so much lately. Okay, so here's where I was. I have my length of ribbon. I've cut it pretty long just to give myself some, you know, extra wiggle room here. So this is what I do. I make a loop. So here's my end. So I go in a little bit and I make a loop here, okay? And then I do the same thing on the other side. So it ends up looking like this, okay? And then it doesn't, I don't know if it really matters. I go right over left, and then you end up with this sort of situation here where you have the 2 loops crossed and you have your open hole down here. And then I just loop that around and pull it through the hole, and then just pull it tight, and it's not gonna be nice yet. So you just need to fiddle with it and pull it through, tighten it up, pull it through, get it to, you know, sort of the shape and size that you want. So probably, I actually have the other one that I did over here, but I'll finish showing you here. So that's pretty good. I like that. And then I just cut the legs. And I start on the inside and I go short to long. So it ends up at an angle like that. And then just do the same thing on the other side. Like so. And there you have a cute little bow. So I actually have the other one that I did that didn't film correctly. So that's what I ended up with. Okay, and then we have our bulb pin, and I ended up adding a jump ring to my little charm guy here. Okay, so here's our bow. I'm gonna put the pin through the back. Okay, so I'm just gonna start at the top of my bow, and I'm gonna put my pin through the little middle, so you can't see it, right? But we have we have it hanging now on our bulb pin. And then I'm going to take my charm piece, but first I'm going to put my my large jump ring, the top one. Okay, so here's what we have, onto my pin. It's just dangling here on that bit. And I'm going to add this to the same place. Okay, I'm going to make sure that it's hanging right, which it was not. I just keep dropping it. I'm not sure why. Okay, so there we go. So it's hanging the way I want. And then I'm just going to close my bulb pin and move my bow down. And there we go. So that is what we have. So let me lay it down so you can see. Just like that. All right. I hope that that was fun for you guys. I hope that it was inspiring to try something different. I think that these would be beautiful, just added to a journal. I think that they would be really pretty on a Christmas tree. You could add them to gifts as little, you know, extra bits on your presents. I think that would be pretty as well. This one doesn't seem to be laying right. There we go. Nope. Yeah, anyway, you just have to fiddle with them a little bit. But I think that they are adorable. And I'm so excited that I was able to do 5 gold rings. I was a little worried, but it turned out fabulous. So I'm super excited. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. But first, if you hung out to the end of the video, yay for you. Yay. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to do an extra giveaway. This one is super secret. So you'll still be in the drawing for Rachel's kit, but this one is super secret. So what you need to do while you're leaving your comment to win Rachel's kit, you also need, and also you could be entered to win Rachel's giveaway journal. But in your comment, you need to add the words 5 gold rings. Spell out the word 5. Okay, so 5 gold rings. Use that in your comment in a natural way so people don't catch on. And I will draw a second time using those words as a filter. And the winner will receive all 3 of the ornaments that I've made. So you can give them away, you can use them on your Christmas tree, you can do whatever you want with them. It's open internationally. I think that's it, but make sure that you are a subscriber and that I can see that you're subscribed. Check your settings and make sure they're not private. Like this video, that would be fabulous. It does really help. I know it may not seem like it does, but every time you hit that like button, every time you comment, every time you subscribe, hit the bell, those things all help our channels grow. So if you really like a YouTuber, you need to do those things so that you can, you know, continue to receive their content and stay a subscriber, because YouTube does unsubscribe people without telling them. So if you're not interacting with a channel that you're subscribed to, they're going to think that you are just, it's just like a spam subscribe and you never watch or something. You will be unsubscribed. So just keep that in mind when you're subscribing to channels. Okay, enough of that. So thank you. Thank you again to Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. It was absolutely fabulous, so much fun. I'm having such a blast watching all of the other creators, and I hope that you will too. And yeah, it's just been so much fun. I hope that I can be a part of it next year if she does it again. All right, guys. Just have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye for now.